By the time the concert ended and we made our way home, it was late at night. After taking a shower, I finally caught a breather. It had been a long day. In the end, I still didn't get to hear her answer. I wondered if Kaguya-san had decided to play with us. But after that happened, she went home quickly, and I never got a chance to talk to her. I wonder what she thought of our performance today. I wanted to hear that, if nothing else. Going by the cheers, we totally lost, though. I felt like the real world was still a thin layer away from me, probably due to the lingering memories of being on stage. I felt like I was floating in a dream. Our troubles continued, but it was the first concert I felt something from. Fraulein, thanks for your work. I lightly strummed Fraulein. Her melody was strangely nostalgic. We'd only been together for a short time, but she felt like an old friend I'd known for 10 years. What a strange guitar. It made the people who held her feel the same way. It felt like the guitar was enchanting its owner to play more, to play better music. That's why even just lightly strumming it led to one playing it earnest. I wanted to hear more of her sound, and at some point I was already playing her in earnest.
あんまり音出すと近所迷惑よ。
What the heck are you doing here, huh? It wasn't loud at all, but that voice carried well. I stopped my hand and peered down to the roof's ledge. There was someone standing in front of our building, Kaguya-san. Kaguya-san, what are you doing here?
ちょっと話があるんだけど。
Oh, yeah. I led her up onto the roof. I thought she said she had come to talk. She was still as silent as ever. What did you need to talk about?
ハイエナ、やめてきた。
She said the important matter quick and clearly. You quit? You quit? Really?
そう言ってるでしょ。そのぐらい一度で理解してくれない？
I do understand you. I'm just surprised Samajima-san allowed it.
ヤクザじゃないんだから。やめるのに誰の許可も必要ないでしょ。やめたいって人間を無理に縛り付けておいても仕方ないじゃない。
That's true, but after Samajima-san said he wouldn't let you quit that much.
ま、あんなみっともないことしたらもう引き止められないでしょ。
Ah, good point. At today's concert, he incited his fans and tried to interfere with our performance. I guess that came back to bite him. Now he couldn't demand much anymore. In other words, his strong desire to keep Kaguya-san in their band backfired on him. It kind of made me feel sorry for him. So, you came all this way to tell me that?
それもあるけど、話がしたかったの。
Oh, yeah.
あんたと。
Talk? With me?
前言は撤回するわ。今日のライブを見て、あんたが、それから、あんたたちが本気なんだって分かった。
It seems she meant it when she told me not to play half-heartedly. That was from quite a while ago. It seemed just like her to actually remember that and come all this way here to take those words back.
私、あんたのこと知ってる。菅沼正一。有名なバイオリニストだったんでしょ？
Ah, so you did know. I had a faint idea that that was the case, so it was no surprise. I'm sure she also knew about the incident I caused. Then, I guess it's no wonder why she hated me.
最初はバイオリンがダメになったからって簡単な気持ちでやってるんだと思った。所詮ロックだろって見下してるんだって。でも、あんたは真剣にやってた。やってる。もしかしたら、私なんかよりずっと真剣なのかもしれない。
She whispered, biting her lip in frustration.
でも、一体あんたはこの先どうするつもり？あんたのそのバンドでどこまで行くつもりなの？
Her question was sudden. How far? I don't think I've ever thought about that. I had my hands full just from being caught up in the moment. What do I want to do from here on? Her eyes looked up at the sky as if she was gazing upon the distant galaxy.
あんたはバイオリンで一握りの人間しか見られない世界を見てきたんでしょ？世界のトップの舞台を。
It's nothing that impressive. There are plenty who are above me.
それでも、あんたは私なんかが到底行けない場所で戦ってたんでしょ？そこからは一体何が見えるの
Kaguya-san stared into the distance as if she was trying to see that sight for herself.
もしあんたと一緒にやったら、私にもあんたが見たのと同じものが見える？あんたが至ったような高みに私もいつか。
Kaguya-san's eyes were stern. She never joked in the first place, anyway. She was truly serious seeking something. But I'm sure she didn't even know what that was herself. That was why she was always serious and always irritated. So I had to answer earnestly as well. I had to answer her. To be honest, I hadn't thought that far. I answered honestly.
そう。
Kaguya-san hugged her head disappointed in my answer. But after listening to you just now, I had a thought for the first time. Kaguya-san raised her head. I looked at her in the eyes and spoke. I want to aim for that spot once again, for that stage lit up by bright lights, this time with Gonda-san, Yayoi-chan, Rimu-chan, and with you. Kaguya-san opened her eyes even wider. They looked like they were They looked like the bright stage was reflected in them. God damn it, Bryce, you're ruining the moment. I want to stand on I want to stand on an even larger stage with these people. I want to try for that. That's what I just thought. It was only a thought that struck me, but after putting it into words, that feeling became stronger. I started truly thinking about that, and then I grew to desire it more and more.
本気で言ってる？
Yeah, I certainly do. I gave her a firm nod. So firm she hesitated.
それなら。
Kaguya-san looked at me, bewildered. But her hesitation soon disappeared, and then a strong light was born in her eyes.
あんたたちのバンド、入ってもいい。
She said strongly. At that moment, a fierce wind blew. The wind blew towards the sea, roughing up her long hairs and beating my face. The wind that usually blew in front of the sea had suddenly changed directions. It felt like we could fly all the way to the ocean if we rode that wind. As the wind blows, so too does one's mood. This was the turning point for me. Then, Kaguya-san.
リホでいい。名字で呼ばれるのあんまり好きじゃないから。
That means we got closer.
リホって呼んで。
Riho. I said, testing it for myself.
うん、それでいい。私も小一って呼ぶ。
Got it. Then Rio, glad to have you. Beneath the starry sky, we shook hands for the first time. Our hands were surprisingly delicate, and somehow I got the feeling that things had finally just begun.